Hello, hello, hello. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. Yes. And all of the above. We've got a little bit of a problem with our sound. We'll work on that, everyone. However, with that said, right now, we want to welcome everybody to the Tour of Love show. We are celebrating Easter, Passover, spring, all of the above on this beautiful April the 4th. In fact, so much that here we go. Just a little bit of song and dance. We've got Lyn-Dee, Eldridge, also known as Whoopie, with us today on the Tour of Love. We've got our senior ambassador, Caroline Berzins, from the CB4L.org organization that this show supports, and also the production assistant for the Zero Show and this show co-hosting. And at any moment, we'll probably have Poe just kind of like sliding in. So Whoopi, also known as Lyn-Dee, welcome. You are amazing. You were saying that you are the what for today?
I'm Jeb. I'm the Jewish Easter Bunny. Yeah, I am. I truly am Jeb. I'm the Jewish Easter Bunny. And anybody that knows me, been close enough and had children near me, they know.
They know. We want to welcome everyone and say happy Easter to Helene Wilson. And we are live on the E360 TV platform, and anyone is a friend of the show knows what that means. That means that you can find us on any of the E360 TV platforms on any smart device. Go to your app store, download the E360 TV app, and you'll be able to watch this show, Service Hero Show, and many others that we support here at the Tour of Love. And let's see, we've got one other person that wants to share some love with us, that actually wanted to share some love with you, particularly Whoopi. Here she is.
Misty Lane here, guys. This message is for Lyn-Dee because she is such a rock star. She is such a wonderful, just animated, beautiful human being. I adore her. Lyn-Dee and I met because we were both actually nominated for Woman of the Year through the Celebrate You community. And I had known her from before. I interviewed her on my Dare to Share with Misty Lane show. But I truly got to know the person that Lyn-Dee is during this nomination for the Woman of the Year. I watched her do so many selfless acts. I watched her always constantly lifting other people up, other people that were being nominated. She was constantly lifting all of us up. Just always has a heart of gratitude. And I just want to thank you, Lyn-Dee, as the Vice President of Chemo Buddies for Life, for all that you do for our community. I want to thank you for your personal interest that you've taken, special projects that you're taking on with us, and all the exciting things in the future that are to come that a lot of people don't even know about. I just want to say thank you for that. And man, I think you're a rock star. I think you are such a legend already. Your, love jungle and happiness and all that you do is just so inspirational. Keep doing what you do, sister. Rock on. Bye.
Wow.
Rock on. So you rock on a lot, don't you? I mean, here we go with a little bit of the backstory. We talked about it on Service Heroes, and guys, we're gonna not go too much over it. We're going to kind of continue the discussion. However, some crib notes for those that might not have caught the show yet. We're going to encourage you to do so. And you will be as inspired as we are. We are sure, because oh my goodness, I'm going to here soon. I am going to be letting my co-host kind of lead a little of the discussion, because well, she'll have to just tell you. However, you are doing some business with Mr. Les Brown, and you've got a history there. And I'm actually right now receiving a hug from a pillow that is just absolutely just like the one that is pictured here. Let's talk, and let's share the love. Let's, share the Easter, springtime, Passover, amazing love. Caroline, you have become, like you were sharing before we went live. Lyn-Dee is a favorite, right? And I'm just going to let you take it from here and go into that a bit, because you really were helping to take the message that Lyn-Dee is out there sharing into our closed group, our community of people that are affected by cancer, either for themselves or the people that they know and love. And you were sharing in there a lot on this last Friday, weren't you?
Yes, I was. When I met Lyn-Dee, even behind.
We can't hear. Oh, just a second. Okay, go ahead.
When I met Lyn-Dee the other day when she was on the Service Hero show, I got to meet her in the background. I got to know her personality and really fell in love with it. She inspired me so much with her story and her journey. And oh boy, on Friday, I took it into our community group, because, I'm one of those type of people that I was so scared to keep going for these tests. And I'm like, oh, really? Do I have to go to that bleeping machine again? I don't like that machine. So my last appointment, when I went to that machine, I said, I'm going to break this machine because I don't want to do this. So I ended up breaking it. So I had to sit in the waiting room as my punishment and wait for them to reboot the system again. And then she says, shh, don't say nothing. We don't want you to break the machine. And you inspired me with your story, your humor, your laughter, your energy. And I took it into the community and squeeze my tatas!
I'm having audio trouble. Hang on, I may have to come and go. We've had an electricity outage here. Wait, I hear somebody.
Oh, we are laughing because you just missed it. We want to welcome Poe, Skip Poe, and continue with the laughter, because oh my, yes, can you believe she actually did this in the closed group? And Coach Chuck was, many people know Chuck Charles of Berzins, and he was leading the discussion in there, and he's like this. Yeah, we were talking about the fact that we need to be aware. So, Caroline, I'm going to let you continue. So you were doing that, and you really led that discussion, didn't you?
Yeah, and so now I know when I go to these machines, I can take Lyn-Dee's little thing with me and say, squeeze my tatas into the machine. And not be afraid to go for my test now, because I can take that in my mind and just take that humor with me and be okay with it. And going into the community with it, to let everybody know that don't be afraid to go to the doctors. If you feel something, if you know that there's something in your body, go get it checked, And so the further on the conversation got into other things, and it just became this open book of everybody talking about different tests that they were going through, and it was comical. So I thank you so much for your energy, your humor, your love, and I'll never forget that. It's there with me.
Wow, I am humbled. My heart is pounding. I could feel it. And don't wait to feel something. Go for your annual checkups. Come on, go for your annual checkups. It's not about when you feel something, because you'll wish you would have gone for an annual checkup so you knew it was coming. If that's even possible. But proactive, guys, proactive. We want to live a wonderful, beautiful life. Being proactive, self-love, is going for your annual checkups, as well as soon as you detect anything that is awkward on you.
Absolutely. And want to introduce Poe as one of the co-hosts. Everybody that loves this show knows Poe, and Skip Poe, we call him lately. And Wooby, I mean, I love this because everybody has little like nicknames and alter egos and such going on. And Poe, meet Wooby, and we here at this show talk a lot about the frequency of love, and you are all about that. In fact, that is how, well, you know what? I do have a video clip that is going to share this. We're not going to do too many of them from the other show. However, this one shares how you got to be like kind of like business partners, if you will, now with a man that most people know.
I am so excited to. She has these little hearts, which I have, and she put them everywhere. Yes, I said. When I got home, I said, where did all these hearts come from? You had them up. I didn't know when you got them up, but it made an impact. I remembered them. Make yourself memorable in today's world. Get attention. This is the attention economy. Lyn-Dee, how are you?
I am better than good.
Come on, and better than most, and sometimes even better than that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Lyn-Dee, you have dedicated your life to helping people to be happy. And you have had some experiences that you have grown through, that if you can be happy, everybody can be happy. Your story of what you have experienced and the defining moment when you decided that what you've gone through was not going to define you, that you were not your circumstances, you were not your adversities, you were not your setbacks, you were not your physical ailments, that at the end of the day, you are a child of God. At the end of the day, you are an ambassadress for love, and God is love, and he who dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in them.
Powerful, powerful.
You know, can I just share with you that every time, thank you so much. You got everybody. Poe, hey, Poe,
Hey!
Poe, I just love your name. Thank you. Skip.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Tamara, Christine. I mean, come on, you know. So thank you so much for all these little special gifts that you're giving me today. You know, these little blurbs. And I feel like every time I keep myself very grounded because I know what it's like. I'll never forget. And I'm going to experience something else that I'm going to end up sharing with you guys too. I don't know what it is yet, but in the universe, come on. You know, we're not done living, right? But every time, that's the second time you guys played this. It was on another show. It was on this show. And he keeps pouring into me. So who's pouring into you? Who's pouring into you to make you realize that you are unstoppable? And that's the key. Every time you hear somebody that is pouring into you, oh my God, Misty Lane, come on. That came from her heart, right? So as long as you keep doing what you're supposed to do, and you know it, and you're passionate about it in you, then keep going. Keep going. Don't ever stop doing what it is you want to do. Do never, ever chase money. Keep helping, because you will always, always receive. I promise you.
It's like the little red hearts. Yeah.
Hearts. I mean, magic, right? All because I care.
Yeah.
All because it made me feel good, and I just 40 years ago started passing them out, not even knowing. And then today, you know, yes, Les Brown was lavished with, and I could tell you there were probably 100 hearts that we found that day. I stuffed them, you know, it was, can I share where I was when I did this for Les?
Mm-hmm.
So him and his family, they did the first family reunion in Delray Beach, Florida. And it was right after the certification weekend. And it was an extra $1,000. It was the next weekend. And I paid. Of course I paid. And absolutely. And I went, and I was shocked that only 20 of us attended, but I was blessed that only 20 of us attended. We all were, right? So Les is in the room. His chair is right by me. His briefcase is saying, hello, hello. And every time he got up and his jacket was behind his chair, I just took some hearts and I put them in his jacket pockets. I threw them in his briefcase. I just did because I wanted him to know I love him and what he's done for me. So be bold. And who knew? Who knew that 5 years later I would be partnering up with Mr. Les Brown? Manifestation is real. How are you approaching it? How are you doing it? Right?
Right. Absolutely. Poe, you know, I would love for you, because with your experience in the world and the understanding of frequency and love and the importance of it, and laughter, because oh my goodness, this woman, she is like the queen of laughter and fun and comedy and just all of the above. Plus, I mean, right now I've got a hug going on here, a hug pillow that I have a hug going on inside right here on my chair. And it's this pillow right here, that the happiness jungle Whoopi is, you know, she sent one over for the nonprofit, which we're going to do something with. I'm using it right now to share it. And the frequency of laughter, of love, of smiles, of all these good things, that's huge, right?
Well, it is, and I mean, for a number of reasons. One, just for your state of being, but for healing. I mean, you know, you go back to the days of royal life, and you know everything was frequency based. And what we're learning is that we're not some kind of chemical reaction or biological thing. We are all frequency. Everything is frequency. Music and light, and this table and chairs and our bodies. And you know, you saw the things of Dr. Emoto, who did all these things with frequency of water crystals, and he put love and played Beethoven and things. And these water crystals magnified look like beautiful snowflakes. But when you play things of very dark noise and distortion, or even anger and hate, those low frequencies, it turned into what looked like just a glob of mud. And so, you know, we're up to 80% water, and so, or 70 or whatever that is. So think about it and what we resonate. So laughter, I've got to replay what you guys were talking about, because you were laughing so hard. My power's been out here, so I came right in the middle. So I can't wait to go back and see what was going on at the start of this. But laughter and joy and love and gratitude are so high up there, and they actually have an impact on people's wellness and their lives and what they attract into their life. I mean, what's like into itself attracts. So you put out, you get back. You know, you put out love and joy, you have more reasons, or gratitude, you have more reasons to have gratitude. So it's a beautiful thing. So I'm thrilled to be here, and thank you for being our guest here today. I wish I've just got back in. I've kind of been off social media, so I'm back in Facebook. So I want to get back into some of the private, the community. I'm not even sure. I've got who do I talk to about getting back in.
You just did.
You got it in with the people that will let you back in.
Okay.
So,
well, let me ask you something. Okay. We're talking about laughter here and the vibration and how healing it is. And you're absolutely right. 110%. And I think that right now on Easter, that we need a little bit of laughter at this moment. What do you say? Can we go ahead and laugh? Now, here's the deal, everybody. It's going to be simulated. It's not real yet, right? Allow it to become real. So give me about 30 seconds with you for laughing, and please participate. Hey, if you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. When you participate, you're going to feel it. It's going to start off simulated, but I promise you, I think you're going to feel some really magical vibrations towards the end. You ready?
Ready.
All right, let's do this.
Ready. Oh, good Lord.
I'm like the Easter Bunny, for God's sake. Thank you all for joining me in those few moments of laughter. And honestly, thanks you guys. You just have to spin up your laughter. I've been through it. How to tell you? Woo, how do y'all feel?
Oh, awesome.
I'm getting a good workout.
That's a good workout.
A little sore right here, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, Skip, you should get into the community on Friday night. I was talking about how our cheeks were so sore from laughing on Friday night. My muscles were so sore.
Best. It's the best medicine, guys. I became a laughter yoga instructor in 2010. I did it in New York with a gentleman named Sebastian, and then went to Chicago for 5 days and was taught about laughter yoga by the nun only and the founder, Dr. Kataria from India. And it was 5 days of laughing. I mean, just laughing. And it was unbelievable. So he does this exercise with the laughter yoga. And I do that when it's requested. But, you know, when I'm with people, I just want us to laugh. We all have stuff. We all have stuff going on in our lives. But as long as you've taken control and you know exactly where everything is and there's nothing else you could do about it, then laugh about it. Laugh about it. You've already done everything that you could do until it appears again. And then you got to figure it out. But there's a way to live your life with calmness, no matter what it is. Look, the breast cancer, divorced 3 weeks into radiation, also went for bankruptcy, domestic violence, being brought up in a toxic home. I've had bills, I've had challenges with health, and at the end of the night, all I know is that it's here. All right. It doesn't mean that I'm going to let you own my life. I'm going to take care of you during the time that you are present, and then go back to my joyful life. Because laughter and healthy thinking and positive thinking and the right mindset, that's what's going to help you heal through everything. Everything.
Sorry to put on your words. We, at the end of the Service Hero Show, we started going into one area. And we've got time to really go into that right now. And I think that it's really important because I'm going to play a clip, guys. And you talk about the power of words and the power of intention. You talk about, in many ways, when you know your story, you're talking even the healing aspects. Let's go there and then really dive into that through the second part of the hour, because it is truly powerful, guys. So here we go.
There, everybody. Thank you so much for all of the support and the love that you're giving Mom and I right now. Hurricane Francis, while we are transitioning her into the last chapter of her life, the assisted living, it has been the most mind-felt, conscious, compassionate, and understanding position that I've ever had to deal with when I haven't been able to live what she's experiencing. It's very hard sometimes helping somebody transition into something that you've never felt before. I've never felt what it feels like to be a widow, but I do understand the loss. I've never felt what it feels like to completely lose control of everything, but I do understand what it feels like when somebody's trying to be controlling. And I never understood what it's like to be forced to move into a place that I didn't even help decorate. I mean, these are all the things that I have to consciously be aware of so I could be compassionate for my mom and understand how to help her through it. I've done everything in my control to help my mom consciously, compassionately, and understand the transition of what she's going through. After I have set her up in this beautiful new apartment where she has the freedom to be independent in an assisted living, and I even learned, and I'm sharing with the staff, let's choose our words differently when it comes to my mom. Instead of calling it an assisted living, let's call it a vacation home. Instead of saying dining room, let's call it a restaurant. Let's call it a resort. And these are the words that we could use to help our families transition from my mom into an assisted living where she really doesn't want to be there.
Amazing. I had never heard this concept before. Poe, you had not seen that clip before. What was your take-home message? There's so many, right?
Well, it does, but going back to what we're talking about of just the frequency and the power of things, words are vibrations. And so you have this, for me, what happens is those terms got flipped and the frequency got raised. It's just like when I had cancer, was told I had cancer 11 years ago almost, and the prognosis wasn't good and certain terms. And I mean, all they did was create fear in every cell of my body and in my mind, and my vibration personally was way low. And so I started saying, wait a second, this is not my prognosis. This is going to be, this is a path of healing. This is not an illness or I'm sick. This is a journey. So that was so beautiful that really we could look at so many aspects in our life. Like, I mean, just, I got to go do my job. No, you got to go do your passion. I mean, this is what I wake up and go do every day. So, so I love it. It flips everything, and it does create that shift in vibration with every flip of each of those words. That's beautiful.
Thank you. I want to, let's stay right here because Mom is known all over the world as Hurricane Francis, and she was a tough cookie. Mom, may you rest in peace. But out of it, I've learned so much. Live life on purpose. Now I go into assisted livings and I play with our seniors, and it's called the Pocket Full of Joy. And I speak with the association committees and their conferences and everything. But I learned something else, and this really helped me a lot when I heard this in New Hampshire. And I went ahead and I now share it with the world because it was just so powerful. How many of us are dealing with caretaking or watching our parents become caretakers of your grandparents? And how many of us are going to see our loved ones and they now have Alzheimer's and dementia and we're depressed and we don't want to go anymore because they're not recognizing us and it's too much on us, right? Can I help everybody go and enjoy your loved ones? This is going to save it, and it is going to make each and every moment that you spend from this moment on with your senior loved ones cherished instead of depressing. So here we go. I want everybody to go ahead and accept the fact that any of our loved ones that are challenged with these two illnesses and diseases, they're not coming back. They're not coming back. We have to accept that. When we walk into their room and they call us somebody else or they bring us into, their story and you look at them and go, Grandma, Mom, Dad, Aunt, Uncle, Sister, Brother, I'm Lyn-Dee. And they don't see you. They see who they're talking about. Am I right by saying that? Just put your hands up, right? And then you get emotionally depressed. I want you to become that person. So when I walked in and my mom, you could see the glaze in their eyes. There's a glaze in their eyes that they are not here. And we need to go ahead and enter into their world of where they're willing to take us with their story. So when I walked into my mom and my mom called me somebody else, I looked at her and I said, hi, where are we? What are we doing? And she took me into a story of her life that I never heard about. And I stayed that person who she thought I was because I know in the back of my mind that someone else may walk into her room and she's going to see me and call me them, right? So instead of feeling like, wow, she doesn't even recognize me, it kills me, my own mom, I walk in and I'm like, I wonder who I'm going to be today and what story I'm going to hear and how much more I'm going to learn about them. This is all part of their legacy. It's a crazy way to get it. I agree. But you have choices to make. Your loved ones need you. They know that you're there, even though they can't, that you don't think that they know that you're there, but they know someone is there with them. And that's important. So you could take it and you could turn this around and not be depressed and focused on, they don't recognize me. I don't even know who they're talking about. So what? Just go with it. Allow it to be a gift instead of a curse. I'll give it back to you guys.
Beautiful.
It's true. Just try it. Just try it, okay? Don't say, no, I'm not going back. I don't like going into the nursing home. I don't like that. Stop being selfish. Mm-hmm. Give yourself the gift of what else is there. And give your elderly ones the gift that you're there in a soul. That's it. Don't fight it. You can't fight it. You're not you have to go into their world.
I want to recognize we have one of our Tour of Love dancers dancing with Cameron. I love that, Cameron. He's also one of our junior service heroes, on one of only two in the United States or the world. And Cameron is, for your information, Whoopi, he is in high school. And he joined us on the Tour of Love, an incredible soul, and really rocked it. Really rocked it. Was a favorite of the 36 hours. So I want to recognize Cameron and say, Happy Easter. Welcome. Happy Passover. Happy spring. Okay, go ahead, Poe.
Oh, no. You were talking about the nursing homes, and back when I was living in Sedona, Arizona, I do a lot of film work, and one of the charities that hired me, and then I got involved and just became part of it. And actually, after the founder and CEO died, I became the CEO of this nonprofit. And the whole point was nursing homes. It's called the Light Heart Foundation. And she went because I can't remember the figures, but it was like 80% of these people in nursing homes and retirement communities, they have no visitors at all. And 50% or so was that their family members lived, hundreds of miles away. So they had no family even nearby. And so this was an organization that did something every month. Christmas, Valentine's, took them for fuzzy told stories. Then we got the schools involved and the kids. And we actually got the kids who didn't have living grandparents and so forth to adopt a grandparent in the center, and they would go, and the school bus would drop them off, and they'd go visit, and they would take them gifts, and these kids would start to have. They would ask them stories about rotary phones or things that way back even before me, that they could, that they'd never heard of, and so, and then right, one of the last things we did, there was "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" thing. There used to be that game. We started getting different nursing homes and schools together and pairing up their grandparents with a young kid, and we had like a contest, and we would pit each other against of the team. Some of the things only kids would know. Some of the things only the grandparents would know. So that involvement and participating on their turf is really life-changing, not only for them, but for the person that's participating. So beautiful.
So true, Poe. You're absolutely right. I guess that's why I so much enjoy being invited into the assisted living communities and doing the Pocket Full of Joy with our seniors, because they don't get visitors. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and I watched one of your videos.
I'm sorry?
I watched one of your videos on your page, and believe me, Lyn-Dee goes in there and she dances with them. She, even if they can't get up, she still gets their hands going and, makes them groove in their seats and has a conversation with them. And I remember that because you brought that so back to me when I was going to school in high school, and we had to have a community place that we needed to go to do a job fair through our school program. And I used to go into the senior homes because that's my heart. I took care of a lady for 16 years, doing grocery shopping, bingo, doctors, all that kind of stuff. And when I worked in the community center with the elderly, and some of them had dementia, but we had a ball. And the way to get them out of bed, and it was laughter with it too, is you throw the ball at them. Come on, get up, let's go, let's move, and that's what we did in our community assistant program that we had in school. So I took on that because that's where my heart is, loving to help people and, getting them up, because again, like you said, they don't have visitors. They don't have people that come and see them. So we used to do a round circle and we'd throw the ball at them and we'd sing songs, getting them to get their arms moving, and just having that laughter throughout the day.
Yeah. And some of them have checked out. I get it. They've checked out, but it doesn't mean that they don't feel your vibration. So thank you so much for everything that you do to bring into that community. You're an angel, Caroline. Poe, Tamara, you guys really are just mom was hard. If you need to be inspired by any of those videos, go to YouTube and go put in Happiness Jungle. And there's playlists of Hurricane Francis and the assisted living and just laughing with everybody. And who cares?
I want to piggyback on that. Caroline, I just want to put this out there and we can continue this because today is a holiday in many people's lives. Not everyone, but many recognize Easter, Passover, even the beginning of spring. And here you have the pillow, the hug, right? And not everybody there's different areas right now that are still in lockdown, others that are opening up. It's a modge-podge. It's a puzzle piece situation right now. Mm-hmm. There are so many that have families that their members are possibly in a home, or they may, if they're open and they can have them to your house. We're getting back into that whole dynamic of sometimes holidays, people look forward to them, but sometimes they can be some of the most stressful times because you add these elements in where there may be some hard feelings, there may be someone that's not quite there, whatever it may be. With the happiness jungle, with everything that you've been doing, all the life experience, and you get up, you've traveled the world as a keynote talking about these subjects. Mm-hmm. What kind of words of wisdom, tools, nuggets can you be sharing with us all right now to help us to get through today, to be the very best, to say, 2021, mm-hmm. that Easter, I watched the Tour of Love, and that day was the best day I ever had because that Whoopi shared this.
Thank you so much. And let me share with you what Whoopi's all about. Well, my daughter, who's now 35 years old and who's granted me with 4 beautiful granddaughters, when she was pregnant with her first child, this is going back, she was sick. As pregnant women, we can't take drugs because we have the cold or the flu. And we were sitting in my loft in New Hampshire. Her head was in my lap. She looked at me. She says, "Mom, what's the baby going to call you?" And I said, "Sika-Chu, I have no idea." And all of a sudden, Sika just nestled up, and I covered her, and I was caressing her head, and in my grandmother left me with this: "I kiss your kepi 3 times." Mwah, mwah, mwah. Right? That was from my grandmother. That was passed on to me to heal. And I did that, and she looks up to me. She goes, "I feel so Whoopi," which means like a blanket, like Charlie Brown, right? And Linus, and it's the comfort and the joy. She looks up, she goes, "That's it. You're Whoopi." And everybody that is in my life endearingly call me Whoopi. So I moved to South Carolina in December. Now, here's the thing for everybody, okay? Our names, they're given to us, and we do become them. So my first name was given to me by my parents, Lyn-Dee, Lyn-D-E-E. And it was spelled wrong the first time. My mother sent back the birth certificate to make sure that dash was in it. So that was really a thought out plan. I was named after my 2 great grandmothers. That was a given name to me. And I live in Lyn-Dee. And everybody knows Lyn-Dee, and I'm crazy, and I'm good, and I have a podcast called I'm Crazy, But You Can't Lock Me Up. But when I moved to South Carolina, my last name, right? My last name is a given name. My last name is Eldridge. That was my former husband's last name. But I like it, so I didn't want to get rid of it. Prior to that, it was my first former husband's name, Halinar. I just didn't want to go back to Lindy Levin. It kind of was like that rhyme that was a joke, right? Lindy Levin. So I kept Halinar, and also because I had a daughter. I didn't want her to have a different last name. But who really am I? Who am I? I'm Whoopi. I'm Whoopi. I care about people so much, and I just want to love them. And I want to help them have that positive mindset. So when I came to South Carolina, I decided that because it's a new beginning and I'm going to introduce myself as Whoopi and be known as Whoopi, and then start having the world call me Whoopi because I like it. It's me. It's really me. Who are you?
I love it. I love it. I love it. And in fact, yes, here's your podcast. I'm crazy, but you can't lock me up. And not this Monday, but next Monday.
That's
the podcast that we're going to be releasing the podcast that I was your guest. I cannot wait.
It was a good one. Absolutely. So thanks for letting me shine into your light, because you are always shining into mine. And never give anyone permission to dim your light. No, you don't give permission. And you know what, guys? I didn't just turn into this. It's taken me 35 years. I started at 25, really digging deep and working into myself. So you have to ask yourself, how old are you? And is it too late to change? The answer is no. But if you say it is, of course. It's whatever you believe. But how old are you? You didn't become that way overnight, and just find that mentor that's going to help you level up your life in every way. And I want to do this, okay? So I have hearts that I give out, and you asked me, how can people be reminded to stay on track with what they want to be positively? Have them send me their mailing address, and I'm going to send them a heart. So they have theirs to remember, like so many people do around the world. When I was in Africa, someone came up to me and said, I have your heart. I met you in the States. In Africa. I was like, I'm so happy.
Let's do this, because this is one, I mean, okay, yeah, I mean, on cue, you watch this one down here, Caroline Berzins, and when this book comes up, oh yeah, she just like goes, that face. It is just a contagious, wonderful, fun, smiling, laughing face about a subject that before the face was like, I'm not so excited about that. And now she become an advocate and, laughing through it. You have that kind of power in what you're doing with your messaging. That is huge. You have one other book that I want to share here too. And it's a little different. Tears of Fears, Behind Closed Doors, Escaping the Abuse and Discovering the Greatness Within You. Guys, when we're a day where you think about renewal, you think about another chance, you think about raising the frequency, you think about miracles, all of the above. For those people that are currently out there, that are watching this and saying, man, I want to be laughing like that. I want to be smiling like that. I want to be loved like that. I want to be loving myself like that. However, I'm in a situation that I'm feeling those tears of fear right now. What would you share?
Yeah, if I can, you got to invest in yourself. I don't care how broke you are. Don't get the next tattoo. You have to invest in yourself, in personal health and personal development. You have to find that mentor, just like a therapist, right? Mm-hmm. Stop feeling entitled that because your insurance doesn't cover it, you shouldn't get it. You're worthy of investing in yourself. And that's what I had to do. I was broke as a joke when Mr. Les Brown came into my life. And back then we didn't have all this computer stuff. I had to invest in myself and go to seminars. Mm-hmm. I had to save. I had to forget about going out to dinner or lunch or whatever. I had to brown bag it, right?
Yeah.
You have got to start your new beginning, but it's up to you. You got to flip that switch. I made that choice when I was told I had greatness within me by Les Brown in 1986 on the television, and stop giving people permission to steal you. In the privacy of your own self, even if you're living in tears of fears behind closed doors right now, I don't care if you're in the bathroom, you have headphones that you could be listening to on YouTube and start filling yourself.
Yeah.
That's free. Start that. And start thinking about changing the people you're chilling out with. Whoever's in your phone, the 5 people that are mostly in your phone, that's your attitude.
I love it.
Stop listening. Why am I so doom and gloom? Well, it's because you called Aunt Betty, and Aunt Betty is doom and gloom. And then you called Uncle Harry, and Uncle Harry's sitting on his recliner eating popcorn and beer, and you're asking them their opinion, their advice. That's why you are where you are. I changed. I loved everybody that was around me. I love holidays and seeing everyone. It's nice to know I could go home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all a process. Who's your mentor? And if you want to go to happinessjungle.com and go to the store, I have personal retreats that I do. They're not cheap, but they're effective.
Mm-hmm.
They're effective. And I know what I do. And it really felt me. So can you only imagine coming to the Happiness Jungle retreat and letting me host you?
I love it. I would love it.
I'm telling you, it'll blow you away. It blows me away. The results. That's the beauty of it. It's the results. So I share that with you, not because I want you to buy into it, because you have to qualify to do a retreat with me. Your mindset has got to be there where it wants to change. It doesn't have to be healthy yet, because that's why you come to the retreat, right? But there are certain things that is a must in order for you to do this, because I don't give anyone permission to steal my happiness and joy while I help you transform.
Exactly.
And if you're resistant, stay away. I'm allergic to resistance.
I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know it, because how can you change the situation if you're going to resist that change? It just it's that whole, it won't work. However, if you can at least be somewhat open-minded to say, I don't know what it's going to look like. However, I'm ready. You're going to know, because anybody that's been there and done that, they know that there's that moment in time where it's like, okay, that switch has been, it's now on.
Yeah.
Game on. Don't know what the game looks like, what the game is even. However, I'm going to show up with the game, and I'm just going to bring my game bag, and it's going to have a little of everything in there so that I can figure it out. And so when you have someone that you can work with and say, okay, pack this in that game bag, then that helps a little bit, right?
And there's a questionnaire that I send you. It's a very extensive questionnaire, because I'm putting together your unique retreat for you. It's fun. The only one that knows what's going to go on is me. All you have to do is arrive.
Oh, that reminds me of a show that you were on.
That's right.
Yeah, shameless plug for the Service Hero Show on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Amen.
At party time. What I'm going to do right now, because many of you know that this show truly is all about supporting the buddies. And right now, for anybody that may be gathering together with family, with friends, and if you hear that someone has that 6-letter word, and it is the cancer, and it is a chapter in their book of life that they may be starting to write, we want you to know that this tool is out there for you.
Life is so fragile, and we're constantly reminded just how fragile life can be, especially when we or a loved one is told we have cancer. Cancer survivor myself, I can tell you, we still feel very alone in this journey.
There's a study that's been shown that patients who are socially isolated have a worse prognosis, have a worse outcome than patients who are socially interconnected.
Buddies for Life is a non-profit cancer support group for those whose life has been impacted by cancer. We'll match you with the perfect buddy. Humor, hope, heart, and hugs.
Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love.
We're offering you a free membership, so please sign up today. Share this with your friends and family, and support this community in every way you can. No one should face cancer alone.
I am a chemo buddy for life.
We are a Buddies Network.
No one does cancer alone.
Be a buddy.
And we are all here for you as a community of love.
We are chemo buddies for life.
And if you've heard 3 words, you have cancer, for yourself or someone else, you belong with us at Chemo Buddies for Life.
Healing through connections.
Together we are stronger than sadness. Together we are stronger than cancer. Together we are stronger. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. Human hope, hearts, hearts, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hearts, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hearts, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hearts, love. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts.
The ones to change the world with our hearts. Humor, hope, heart hugs. Hugs, that's your pillow, and a whole lot of love.
Yeah. And everybody, when I went through the breast cancer and I found out I had the breast cancer, my former husband, he just checked out. And I had to forgive him for his weaknesses. But through every tragedy, there's a treasure. And 3 weeks into radiation, I got divorced. And I wanted to be hugged, and I wanted to be spooned, and I wanted to just be cuddled and said, I love you at night. And I didn't get it. And that's where the pillow came in that hugged me every single night. So out of tragedy came treasure. And now it's helping people all over the world, whether they're having health challenges or emotional challenges. And it's a true healer. And I'm just so blessed that I got a divorce 3 weeks into radiation. How about that?
I hear you. I hear you.
I love you. I love you, Tamara and Carolyn and Poe and all of you from behind the scenes. You all are a true treasure and a gift. You did not exist when I had the breast cancer, because if you did, I would have been there. I had the love from my daughter and her family. Don't misunderstand me, but at night I did not. And that's where the solution came in. So let me leave you all with this. You have a solution that's comforting you. And you just might have the next big thing, like this. It's now called Cuddle Me Love Body Pillow with Les Brown and Lyn-Dee Eldridge. And you all have something that's helped you heal. Don't hold on to it. I shared it from stages and in books, and people were saying they want it. And that was the beginning of saying, oh my God, I have something else to help heal people. That's it.
So as we close today, we've got just a minute left. What would you like to say to everybody on this special day?
I want everybody to say, praise the Lord, whatever that Lord is for you. Whatever that Lord is for you, praise him. And close off and say right now, there's a prayer, and I always say this wrong, it's putum, but that's not what it is. But it's a prayer that I say every morning and every night. And for whatever reason, it just gives the angels a free, clear way of coming into me and guiding me through my day. And it goes like this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And that's what I'd like everybody to do, because it truly lets the angels in and it scares the crap out of the devils.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And with that, Caroline, I'm sure you're going to join me in saying happy Easter, happy day, happy spring, Passover, whatever it is that you are celebrating out there. Remember, share the tour of love, share the love. We can raise the frequency of this world together through love. See you all next week.
Bye.